we had one class on research methodology. On the theme of the class was the what, how and why of research. Today, friends, we are to go to another area of research which has very importance for all of you, particularly the novice who are expecting to do research in the field, in different field of interest, as well as who are continuing research in their own areas. Friends, the topic which we are to discuss today is what we do with the help of research. What we do with the help of research is the title of the topic which we are to discuss today. And what are the paradigm of research? Friends, when we say what we do with the help of research, it means that what are the basic concerns of our own research areas or research topics. And when we say as the paradigm of research, it means the model underlying the theories, means underlying the activities of research, as well as the model which we follow for practicing for the continuation of our research activity. Friends, we had the basic idea of research. What does it mean? We discussed in our earlier class, so I do not repeat today. Research, as you know, is a very systematic and patient academic work. Without patience and intellectual maturity, no researcher becomes successful in his or her research, or in the research or in the search process undertaken by him or her in his or her own area. Friends, research needs psychic as well as intellectual maturity. It means that research demands intellectual maturity. Research demands mental maturity. Research demands inquisitiveness. Research demands intuition. There is the need of thorough learning or knowledge over the subject area for becoming successful in research. Without curiosity for knowing the cause-effect relationships, no researcher can become successful in own research. So friends, there is the need of thorough study of the available research literatures of own area of interest so that the researchers, means you, become successful in selecting own research problem without any difficulty. Friends, it is generally said, it is explained, it is discussed by the matured personalities, by the academicians of concern who do have specific experiences in the field of research, that in the field of research the basic problem or the concerning problem is selecting a research problem in correct manner. So selecting research problem in own area itself is a great problem. It's a difficult problem. So friends, today we are to discuss how to select a research problem, how to choose the area of interest of research. After the selection of research problem, first of all, we are to select the research problem area. And after selection of the research problem, the researcher is to shortlist the objectives and formulate the hypotheses so as to go forward towards the solution of own problem as per plan. So as a researcher, first thing for you, as a novice in the field of research, you are to select your own subject area. Then fourth, you are to select your title area, or your title of research, means problem of research. Then fourth, you are to shortlist the objectives, and after them you are to formulate the hypotheses so as to go forward towards the solution of own problem as per plan. So planning has utmost necessity, because you see, we are to complete our research activities without a definite span of time with the help of spending a definite amount of money. You see, friends, doing all these things, we are to go to the next step. And that's why, as researcher, after doing all these things, you are to select the method for this continuation of this study without much trouble. So after selecting one area of interest, we are to select the title of research, then shortlist the objectives of the study. After then we are to formulate the hypotheses, and then we are to select the method. Considering all these, there is the demand of thorough knowledge of all the minute concepts which are available in the field of knowledge, for which continuity of regular study and mastery over the latest developments in the field of knowledge has passive necessity. So friends, selecting research problem itself is a great problem. It's a difficult problem. We have to overcome this problem. Thenceforth, we have to shortlist the objectives of the study. After that, we have to formulate the hypotheses. Thenceforth, we have to select the method of research. And after then, we have to, go to the other area. And for all these things, there is the need of inquisitiveness and intellectual maturity. We need knowledge in our own area. We need perfect knowledge. And for knowledge means we must have to have, proper study. And after then, we can, proceed in nice manner in our own area. Friends, for selecting research method, there is one area which we should know very much well, and that is paradigm of research. And once we say, at the beginning of my class, I told you that paradigm of research basically means the model of research, or the model which is being practiced for the accomplishment of the, research activity which is being undertaken by the particular researcher, or you people as a researcher. And once we see the term paradigm, paradigm very simply means pattern. According to the explanation of the Oxford Dictionary, it means a model underlying the theories and practice of a scientific study. Thus, paradigm of research, when we say as paradigm of research, it means pattern or model underlying the process of research. Friends, without following proper model or without following proper paradigm of research, we can never accomplish our research activity in proper manner. Friends, it is known to you that no knowledge is permanent. The world itself, in this world, we have come to know that as per the National Knowledge Commission, it is said that because of the advancement of science and technology, the world is getting so much closer. Connectivity among all the people, or between people, connectivity between nations of the world, getting very much closer. So, because of the advancement of science and technology, the permanency of knowledge has been reducing. And that's why it is said that knowledge is not permanent. As life requirements are changing, as life demands are changing, challenges of time, or changing time has been bringing forward many challenges, so we have to review knowledge. And that's why we have to research knowledge, we have to research, we have to review, we have to find new knowledge, we have to add, we have to evaluate. And that's why it is said that knowledge is not permanent. Knowledge acts as the motive force for progress, for the enhancement of life. Knowledge is the motive force. Human psyche always tries to query the what. We are in search of what, how, where, and when of phenomena. It is the basic queries of human mind. It is the basic query of you all. The what of things, the what of beings, what of phenomena, how of things, how of beings, how of phenomena, the where of things, where of beings, where of phenomena, and the when of things, when of beings, when of situations, and when of phenomena. These are the four basic questions, the what, how and where and when. Quest for knowledge is the basic characteristic of human psyche. Forgetting the answer of all these four questions means what, how, where and when. We quest, we search. And that's why quest for knowledge is the basic characteristic of human psyche, human mind, human intellectuality. We get satisfaction with the expected result of different queries of our mind. With the help of research, we find the solutions of different queries or problems of our mind. With the help of systematic economic procedure, and succeed to add new ideas and innovative thoughts for greater benefit of human society. Friends, does research helps to grow knowledge, which helps in the process of transformation of social life of man and advancement of human civilization, as well as prosperity of life order in totality. Friends, there is a question which is very important, and this question is to be well answered by all. You see, for understanding research or understanding the significance of knowledge and how we will acquire knowledge, this is to be understood well. But here in this class, we never can discuss the process of acquisition of knowledge in detail. We have to take another class for this. Means the question which has concerned with the process of research is how we cognize the realities which are there behind the situations, events, things, beings, and phenomena of the universe. How we perceive, how we cognize, how we develop intuition, how we develop insight, how we come to know the what, why, how, and when of things, beings, situations, phenomena, etc. The process of it means that we have to study the process of cognition means process of acquisition of knowledge. And once we see, we come to know that the process of cognition is a psychological process. And in this process, the five senses of human body, you see, play a vital role. The nose, the eyes, the ears, the tongue, and the skin. These are the five sense organs of our body, and these are the gateways of human learning. So we acquire knowledge with the help of the activities of the five senses, which are totally in our physiology. So friends, the process of, you see, acquisition of knowledge, the basic roles are being played by the senses or the sense organs, and these are totally bodily organs. And that's why, you see, the acquisition of knowledge at the basic level is being totally performed by human physiology. And that's why physiology has very much importance, you see, significance in the process of cognition, in the process of cognizing the universe or the realities behind things, beings, situations, phenomena, etc., etc. Thus, the process of cognition or knowledge helps to develop concepts with the help of spatial form of reflection of reality of phenomena. Friends, this is the general nature of cognition, and research is not a very general process of cognition. Once we come back, you see, we try to differentiate between the general process of cognition and researching. We see that cognition is a simple process, and in this process, the senses, five senses, play, you see, very important role. But research is not a simple process of cognition. It's a systematic process. It's a specific form of this form or disciplined form of inquiry. And that's why such inquiry is completed with the help of some definite paradigms, means models, means theories, means practice, which may be mentioned as ontological paradigm, you see, epistemological paradigm, and methodological paradigm. These are the three most important paradigms, models or theories, which are in practice and about which you are to know so much well, so that you see the critical process of cognition means research you can complete, you can continue in nice manner. And these paradigms, I suggest them to repeat for your good learning, that ontological paradigm is one, next one is epistemological paradigm, and third one is methodological paradigm. Now come, let us see, what does ontological paradigm mean? Once we say, means for understanding or having an idea of the ontological paradigm, we have to come to know, we have to see the meaning of the term ontology, which very simply means philosophy concerned with the nature of being. And for having the, you see, detailed meaning, you can see or you can consult Penguin Dictionary of Philosophy, where it is explained, or where explanation of the term is given as ontology is an inquiry into or theory of being qua being. Means the word ontology was coined in the early 17th century to avoid some of the ambiguities of metaphysics. Friends, it was Leibniz was the first major philosopher to adopt the word. The terminology introduced by Christian Wolff in the early 18th century came to be widely adopted. Ontology is the general theory of being as such and forms of general part of metaphysics or theoretical philosophy. The three special parts are general cosmology, rational psychology, and natural theology. That is the theory of the world, the soul, and God. So friends, to be a good researcher, we must have an detailed idea of ontology. And then you see how ontology, it has a long history. The use of ontology has a long philosophical history. In the uses of 20th century analytical philosophy, ontology is the general theory of what there is. For instance, questions about the mode of existence of abstract entities such as numbers, imagined entities such as golden mountains, and impossible entities such as square circles are ontological questions. And friends, with the help of research, philosophers or the researchers try to find out the answer of these difficult questions. Thus, friend, to be brief or to be simple one, to give the idea of ontology in simple manner, we have to say that ontological paradigm, what does it mean when we say as the ontological paradigm of research? It means ontological paradigm of research emphasizes on the cognition of the nature of knowledge or put importance on understanding the nature of reality in detailed manner. So friends, next one is epistemology, which is one of the important branches of Western philosophy. This term has originated from the Greek term episteme, which means knowledge. So friends, knowledge has spatial significance, and the prime concern of every research activity is, the enhancement or the increase of the stock of knowledge, addition of knowledge, re-evaluation of knowledge. Re-evaluation, addition, re-addition of knowledge is the prime concern. So friends, once we are to make the explanation relating to knowledge very much clear, before if I am to place the idea in nice manner, I must have to say that knowledge means the knowledge paradigm of research or any type of academic exercise has been emphasizing on the creation of different types of knowledge for greater human benefit. From the remote past or from the very beginning of human civilization, man has been trying to know the what, when, and how of things, beings, events, phenomena, etc., and trying to apply the experiences in the form of psychic concepts, means mental concepts, for the creation of new ideas and lifestyles. This process of the human being is a never-ending process, and that's why, friends, research helps to make the process very systematic and effective as well as going on. Not only research, but all forms of highly economic experiences have definite roles in this process. The knowledge of second paradigm, that is the knowledge of epistemological paradigm, has spatial significance for all who are in the field of research and all types of creative writing. So friends, you are to know it so much well, and my suggestion to you is, you please be concerned about the detailed meaning of all these three most important concepts. The third, that is the methodological paradigm, has spatial importance in the field of research, and that methodological paradigm is one of the most important paradigms of research and academic writing. Methodology, as mentioned earlier, means, as we discussed in our first class, is a system or set of methods applied in a particular field of study for the accomplishment of goal in a very systematic manner. So friends, methodological paradigm has spatial significance in the field of research, and as novice or as researcher in action, you are to know, or you must have to have the idea of methodological paradigm. Methodology of research, once we say, is a set of established rules based on experience or scientific knowledge. It makes certain demands on the researcher which can be expressed in a system of definite methods, rules, and laws. Friends, the third paradigm is, in a sense, the most important paradigm for every researcher and for all who are involved in the process of research and creative writing. Researchers in keywords and creative writers should know in detail about the method he/she may apply for the systematic solutions of their problems, means his or her problem or their problems, and completion of the mission of systematization of ideas and experiences in the form of creation of new knowledge so that human society can get benefit. We have already mentioned about the Aristotelian method of deduction, means in our discussion, earlier discussion, we had a little bit mention about that. So in the field of research, the Aristotelian concept, means the concept of deduction, and Baconian method of induction, you see, do have special importance. So friends, you are to study Aristotle, means the Aristotle, the deduction or the deductive method, and Bacon means the inductive method, which do have special importance in the field of research. So friends, both the methods, means inductive method of Aristotle, the deductive method of Aristotle and inductive method of Bacon do have both act as the basis of all methods that have come to the hands of the modern researchers and creative writer for the advancement of knowledge domain of social life of man. So friends, you see, for the continuation of research, we are to know about the Aristotelian method of induction, means inductive method, and Baconian methods of deduction, means deductive method. And these two methods do have special importance in the field of research. Methods of cognition, once we say, are not just a set of arbitrary procedures and rules elaborated by philosophers and scientists in contemplation, in isolation from material activities, from the object. The rod of knowledge is correct or genuine only if the methodology applied in objective in content, that is, corresponds to the real world and human experience. The materialist method is based on practice before the beginning to act. Man thought about the methods he would use, on the results he would obtain through his actions. These modes of practical action were historically stored, memorized in human consciousness. Activities which are based on a correctly elaborated methodology lead to the set goal. That is why such great attention is paid both in scientific knowledge, in politics and production, to the elaboration, to the substantiation and choice of dependable methods. In medicine, there are methods of diagnosis and treatment. In mathematics, there are numerous methods of calculus. In pedagogy, methods of education, you see methods of education and upbringing. In engineering, methods of constructing buildings and bridges, of designing machines, etc. Methods applied to the study of social phenomena are determined by the specifics of social life and its laws. A sociologist, for example, uses the methods of concrete sociological research such as surveys, questionnaires and tests. He applies comparative analysis, computer calculations made according to particular methods, etc. These are the assertions of two great Russian experts. One is Kirilenko and another is Korsunova. They do have one great book, that is, What is Philosophy, How It Is. So friends, the philosophical doctrine of methods of activity and cognition is called methodology. Thus, methods have special importance in the process of cognition, and that's why we are to apply methods. And in our next class, in our coming class, we are to discuss in details about the methodology of research which are to be selected for the solution of our own problem. This much for today. In next class, I will give you a little bit explanation on the methodologies with the help of which we can solve our own problem of interest, own problem of research, whatever may be the field, maybe science, maybe engineering, maybe medical science, maybe social sciences, etc., etc., etc. Thank you so much.